It is now my pleasure to introduce today's commencement speaker, Dr. Serena Auñòn-Chancellor. Dr. Auñòn-Chancellor is a NASA astronaut and UTMB alumna. After earning her Bachelor of Science degree in Electrical Engineering from Georgetown University in Washington, D.C. in 1997, and her medical degree from the University of Texas Health Science Center at Houston in 2001, she arrived at UTMB for her postdoctoral training. Dr. Auñòn-Chancellor completed a 3-year residency in internal medicine with an additional year as chief resident, an aerospace medicine residency, and a Master of Public Health. She is board certified in internal medicine and aerospace medicine. She joined the Johnson Space Center as a flight surgeon in 2006, supporting medical operations for the International Space Station crew members in Star City. Dr. Auñòn-Chancellor served as the deputy crew surgeon for the STS-127 and held the role of deputy lead for the Orion Medical Operations Team. She was selected in the 20th NASA astronaut class in 2009 and graduated in 2011. Her astronaut training included scientific and technical briefings, intensive instruction in space station systems, spacewalks, robotics, physiologic training, T-38 flight training, and water and wilderness survival training. So if you get lost, she's the one to help you. She spent 2 months in Antarctica from 2010 to 2011 searching for meteorites, with most of that time spent living on the ice 200 nautical miles from the South Pole. In June 2012, Dr. Auñòn-Chancellor operated the Deep Worker submersible as part of the Nemo-16 mission. She subsequently served as an astronaut aboard the Aquanaut aboard the Aquarius Underwater Laboratory during the Nemo-20 undersea exploratory mission. Most recently, she served as part of the Expedition 56-57 crew, then launched to the International Space Station in June 2018. As part of this team, she contributed to hundreds of experiments in biology, biotechnology, physical science, and earth science aboard the International Space Station. The crew led investigations into new cancer treatment methods and algae grown in space. They also installed a new life sciences glove box, a sealed work area for life science and technology investigations that can accommodate 2 astronauts. She returned in December of 2018. On this expedition, her first flight, she logged 197 days in space. That should get something. Currently, Dr. Auñòn-Chancellor spends most of her time handling medical issues for both the International Space Station Operations Branch and the Commercial Crew Branch. She is also certified as an International Space Station Capsule Communicator, or CAPCOM, and was the lead CAPCOM for the SpaceX-4 and SpaceX-8 cargo resupply missions. She's currently making UTMB proud, representing our programs well. We're so honored to have her as our commencement speaker. So please join me in welcoming Dr. Serena Auñòn-Chancellor.
All right, good morning. First of all, thank you to the UTMB School of Medicine, Dean Mouton, President Callender, for inviting me to be with you guys today. It's an absolute honor to be with you all today, and all of your family, your friends who are here to celebrate with us. First of all, congratulations. This is a tremendous accomplishment, and you should be so proud of where you are sitting today. Now, I have just a little bit of time with you, and so I thought about what I would have wanted to hear 18 years ago when I was sitting exactly where you were. And so I'm going to give you just a few words of advice to start, and then we're going to talk about your future. So first, internship. You are no longer at the bottom of the totem pole. So remember that. Be kind to your students. Remember to teach. Remember to be patient, because all of a sudden you are very quickly transitioning into a role where you are a teacher. This can be a scary time. I remember coming to UTMB. It was the first time I've ever been there. New hospital, new system, new colleagues, new friends. And so I'm going to give you just 5 pieces of advice, and hopefully this will help you navigate through your internship. So number 1, always trust your instinct. Call it your gut. I called it my spidey sense when I was in the hospital. I can't tell you how many times I would pass by a patient's room and something didn't feel right. Something didn't seem right, and 9 times out of 10 that was the case. And it would save me so many times when I was in the hospital. Always trust your instinct. It will never lead you astray. Number 2, know your limitations. Know when to ask for help. There is no shame in saying, I don't know, and saying it many times. I still do this all the time today. I still ask my colleagues for advice on how to best care for my patients every day, every hour. You will never know it all. So don't assume, don't guess. Seek the counsel that you need. Number 3, you will make mistakes. It's going to happen. The day before launch, the chief of the astronaut office sat in front of me and said, Serena, you're going to make mistakes, and they're going to be big ones. And he says this to everybody. I don't think he was just saying it to me. His advice, though, was own up to it quickly, move forward. You're going to have to do these same things. Number 4, remember that you have entered one of the most human professions that exists. Don't forget to spend time with your patients. Let them tell their story. Give them the time to tell their story. And please, please, don't make them tell their story with you looking at a computer screen. Turn and face them. Give them that respect. Give them the time they need. Finally, if a friend comes to you, a co-intern, a resident, a colleague, and they're asking to talk, if they need to talk, give them your time. Generally, what I found is that this can be an extremely stressful profession for many, and when people reach out, they're at their limit. So don't brush them off. Don't tell them you're too busy. Spend that time with them. Take care of your fellow interns, your residents. Take care of your faculty. They're your family. They're your family in your profession. Okay, done with advice. Let's talk about your future. So I remember this day very well. I remember sitting there with my family around me, and I thought, boy, what is next? I really had no clue. What I want you to know is that that point in my life, I had no special advantage, no special agreement to become an astronaut. There was no path that someone had laid out before me. I didn't have everything lined up, ready to go. I was just like you. But what I did have was a belief in my head of where I wanted to be. But that's all it was. It was just a belief. What I didn't understand then, but I understand now, is that at this point in your life, nothing is laid out for you. No one person or thing or entity has predetermined what you are going to do. And that means one thing. This is your time to begin creating your legacy. And you think legacy, isn't that a bit dramatic? No, I don't think so. If you watched Bohemian Rhapsody, Freddie Mercury had one line in there that still sticks out to me. And he says, the problem is, we're just not thinking big enough. And I found that to be very profound, and that's why I think legacy is appropriate here. It is never too early to begin creating your legacy and envisioning where you want to be. Do you want to be owning your own practice? Dean of the School of Medicine? Chairman of a department? Global health leader? Or do you want to be the first physician to set foot on Mars? Why is that too big a dream? Somebody has to begin dreaming that. Somebody has to begin envisioning that. Why can't it be you? As you begin to create your legacy, as you begin to envision where you want to be, you're going to get bogged down in details, and that's very easy to do. So don't think about the when, don't think about the what ifs, don't think about how you're going to get there, just envision that endpoint. So at this point in my life, after finishing medical school, I knew I was entering this combined residency, internal medicine, aerospace medicine. I knew I still wanted to be an astronaut for NASA. I didn't know how I was going to get there, so I didn't bother myself with the details. I just focused on the endpoint. I focused on the goal. Some people call this thinking outside the box, just because what I envisioned was not normal. It didn't fit with people's preset expectations. But why should there even be a box to start with? Why would you even put artificial limitations? Why do we start these limitations where none should really ever exist? So part of this process, this creative process, is learning how to recognize opportunity. And I think people believe opportunity comes wrapped up in this nice, neat package. Opportunity is simple. Opportunity can be a phone call, a chance conversation you have with somebody where you learn about an opportunity. It could be a flyer you see on the wall. Pay attention to those, listen to those. Opportunity could be an idea that you have that just feels right, that resonates inside of you. Those are the ideas you need to pay attention to, because that is when you begin to create your legacy. During your journey, there will always be those who will love to tell you how difficult something will be, why it can't be done, why you're not good enough, how the odds are not in your favor and never will be. And if I had $1, I used to say nickel, but I realized it wasn't a lot of money. If I had $1 for every time somebody told me how hard it was to get into the astronaut corps, how many people applied, how the odds were not in my favor, I'd be a pretty rich person today. And if I had listened to any of them, I wouldn't be where I was today. Those people will always be there. They lurk in the background, and they feel satisfaction from holding somebody back so that they don't have to feel so bad about their own inadequacies or their own fears. Don't listen to them. Understand that you and you alone are responsible for creating your reality. Not your family, not your friends, not the guy down the street. It's just you. I think people believe that I've got it all figured out and that I never need advice or counsel. Do I face times of uncertainty? Absolutely. Do I face times where I feel inadequate to a task? Yes, all the time. That never changes. These are times when I surround myself with those who love me and know what I'm capable of. These are the people who will never tell you to stop reaching for your goals, who never place limitations on you, and only tell you that you can do it. You know who those people are. For me, those people are my family and my friends, because they have never doubted me. My husband, Jeff, is with me here today, and he has always believed in me, never doubted. So Jeff, thank you for your patience and love throughout this incredible journey, which is really only just beginning. So if you think we're tired now, it's not getting much better. Class of 2019, you are graduating from an amazing institution. You should be very proud of where you come from. And I cannot tell you what an honor it is for me to be with you on the first day we call you doctor. What you have chosen to do is not a job. It's not just a career. It's not just an occupation. It's an honor, and it is a calling. Class of 2019, do great things, do mighty things. Create your legacy the way you envision it. Congratulations and good luck.
Thank you, Dr. Auñòn-Chancellor. In appreciation for joining us today, we'd like to present you with this commemorative medallion.